It's live once again from Studio C, the amazing RAFT with me. Hi, good morning and welcome everyone. This is so nice to see you all. Thank you so much for the thumbs down, whoever put that. That's great. I appreciate that. YouTube doesn't actually care because interaction is interaction as far as they're concerned. So, thank you. None the same. Thank you so much for everyone who's joining on Facebook today. I've had the privilege and the pleasure to fill out a little survey for the people at Restream, and it appears that I've won 1 month of Restream Pro, which means I'm allowed to go and stream to my Facebook page, which is usually only allowed for $19 a month, which is a little bit hefty. So I don't think I'm going to sign up there anytime soon. But they've given me a month for free, so that means I can stream for 1 month onto my Facebook page. So for that month, welcome you all on Facebook. Very nice. And good morning, everyone else. Brian and the Beard Goblin and Creeper and Julia and Talgmar. Very good to see you. And Jeremy. Woohoo! Super, super nice. I hope I haven't forgotten anyone. Anyone who's not in the chat, who's not chatting, totally fine. Hello and welcome all the same. Always nice to see you all. We've had a bit of an update in RAFT this week, and it's the first time I'm actually looking at it. This is what they call Chapter 2. So this is the 12th update. Remember, this game is still in early access, and what it looks like, what we're seeing here is new locations that we can explore. I don't think we're going to get there today, and from what I can tell, my save file should still work. We'll find out the hard way in a moment. So yeah, new locations, kind of underwater structures, and we have zip lines, and we have abandoned subway stations. And look at him. He reminds me of the guy we've met. Thank you, Jeremy. He reminds me of the guy we've met in The Flame and the Flood. Looks a little bit like that. Little computer helper, much like my bot. Very good. Bot is working and quoting. It's just one of those things, isn't it? So it's great stuff. Some other battery charger. Oh my God, that could come in handy. So let's not throw away our old batteries. All this we shall explore and find at one point. Not so much today, probably, but over the course of the game, however long it takes. I can even play piano. This is nice. I haven't played piano in a while. This is good. Let's go and start the game right now. See what happens. Usually I have to answer another question, but not today. So there we go. Major update. Also, speaking of the bot, while the game is loading, which hopefully is going to happen in full screen at one point, we'll find out soon enough. Speaking of the bot, yeah, there we go. New start screen and everything. That is new. It's definitely a new thing that we can see here. Still our character on the boat, that is cool. But the raft looks very different. Look at that. Excited. Raft built by Soap. Soap alone, this is nice. Awesome. Let's go load it in, see if it works. The WP Guru world. Peaceful. Delete. Oops. No. Let's go load it. There we go. Thank you, Kareem. Wonderful to see you. My pleasure to entertain you this morning. Where are you joining us from this morning? Expand your raft by using the building hammer. Okay, nice. Look at that. It's all coming together. It's all these little embellishments and, that little loading screen icon we haven't had before. This is kind of the fun for me to see this in early access games, that things come together bit by bit, and you remember the times when things were just about starting out, because we've all been there at one point. So this is nice. Very nice to see that. Loading does take a while. There we go. That's our raft. With our double smelters at the top. I do remember that. I remember it well. There. Ready for the picking. We've put some antennas here. They are not in the right positions here, so that is just temporary because we wanted to switch it. We wanted to save the game last time. We've got a battery at the ready. We've got the receiver ready. Oh, this is exciting. 3 antennas. They're just not in the right position, so they have to be a certain distance from one another, and they also have to be, I believe, on the top deck. They can't be at the bottom deck. I think that was the rule. Got a bit of light, got some storage containers, and are we drifting or are we close to an island? No, we're close to an island. This is nice. Looks like I'm really, really hungry, so I should take care of that first. Very important. Let's grill myself some potatoes. Oh, is this also... Do we see some new icons here? Yes, look at that. Watermelon seed now has a different icon. Nice! Alright. So all those types of updates, that is new in Chapter 2. Very nice. See what else we can figure out. I believe there's some other watermelon... Oh, I can barely walk. There's some other watermelon at the top. From Egypt! That is wonderful. Thank you so much for the aniseed flour. I like it. I very much appreciate that. Let's grow some more potatoes. I think we have a ton of potatoes over here. 8 potatoes. That's nice. 3 more. That's good. And some... Oh yeah, there we go. Let's put that in here. Let's go and eat some watermelon. That's gonna hydrate us as well. Yeah, there we go. Doesn't give us that much nutrition, but probably certainly enough to walk around. Yeah, I'll put that back in here. For now. While we get our bearings, grill some more potatoes on the mega grill. There we go, very nice. Put some planks, pick up some potatoes, grill some more potatoes. Awesome. Ah, there. Whew. Shark, how you doing? Very good. Ah. Okay, I think what we wanted to do, apart from grill potatoes and eat, is probably take a look at the island, I guess, right? We'll see what it's like over there. Put some planks over here. Do we need to offload things? Maybe a little bit. Planks can go down there, that can go up here. This is iron ore, isn't it? Yeah, let's... While the potatoes are grilling, let's put some iron ore into our smelters. Cook ourselves some dinner. And then, of course, my plan is to somehow find a way to space out these antennas so that we can go ahead and hopefully figure out what that's all about. There. Some planks. Smelt some metal while we wait. Also, wait out the night. Oh, were those footsteps? We now hear footsteps when we come down the ladder. That is new. Look at that. It always takes forever to put these things into place. So I appreciate the team working on it. Nate found out last time that I believe the first version of this game was in 2016 and it's now 2020 and we don't really have a release date yet. So let's see. I feel with games like this it's important for the team to take as much time as they need to turn it into something that you can play for years to come. I think sometimes it's more important to get it right and hope the laissez-faire capitalism lets you do your thing. There, tank up some water here while we wait for that last little beet to grill. Red beet interactive with a red beet that we find in the game. That's kind of cute, isn't it? That's very nice. I like that. I very much enjoy that. Come on, grill faster! There, that's nice. See what changes they've made to the music. Perhaps we're gonna have a new soundtrack. Who knows? Let's have a look at the island and its beautiful surroundings underwater. I'm actually currently exploring, or let's just say I have explored how to make a character swim underwater in Unreal Engine. That is a bit of an ordeal. But I've made it happen and it'll find its way into my demo game that many of you have already seen and downloaded, the Jay's Awesome MVP game, which is a terrible game of course, but it brings together all the principles that are necessary for a game to work. And I will add those water mechanics into that game hopefully this afternoon. That is the plan. So I've figured out how to make a character swim, add the animations and add the state changes, like it made a new state in the state machine that checks are you in water, and if you are, then transition to the swim animation, and if you're not, then transition back to the walk animation. And then that's only part of the puzzle. Then you have to figure out a way to mango tree. Then you have to figure out a way to make sure you can actually make the character swim down and up, and there's 2 ways of doing that. One is the hover approach, I've implemented that. And then there's another approach, which is that when you point the camera, you actually swim into the direction of the camera. And those are two different ways of getting the character up and down. So it's once again in the character movement, it's asking, are you swimming? And if you are, then tie the rotation of the character to the rotation of the camera. And if you're not swimming, then don't rotate the character, essentially, because the capsule of the character is upright. Even if you move the third person camera up and down, the character isn't moving into any direction. But if we're underwater, this is a behavior that we actually want to do. So I'm currently writing this all down, and you will have the pleasure of seeing that later this month on my website, verselewis.com, and then you can I'll explain to you how this works. I always find it very, very helpful to have written instructions on one monitor and then implement things on the other monitor. It's often, YouTube videos are nice to get a basic overview, but if you're reproducing what somebody is demonstrating in a YouTube video, that is often not as helpful as just having a static piece of paper, kind of, virtual or otherwise, next to you. So yes, that is what I've been working on hard this week, and it's coming together. It's really nice. The more I'm figuring out Unreal Engine, the more fun I'm having. This game, I don't think, is made with Unreal Engine. I still haven't looked at the file structure. We believe it's made with Unity, but there's no real official word. If you try to figure out, if you type in RAFT game engine, it doesn't really come up with anything meaningful. So I don't know what they're using for this game. So this is the hover thing I was talking about. I can press a button and I go up and down without doing anything. That's one mechanic. But then it's also looking down and swimming forward that'll make the character go up and down. This is what I was talking about. Those are two different things. And if the character, even though we're having a first-person character here, the principle is the same. If we're on land, the character stays as it is while we can look up and down. But if we're underwater, the mechanics are a bit different. So yes, that is all, you know, a little difficult to implement. There's all kinds of state changes that you just have to check. Scrap metal, always nice to have that. These are rocks. I don't think we need rocks all that much. Much like clams, I don't think we need clams either. This is good stuff. Let's pick up the seaweed. That is good stuff because we can use it to make that green vine goo, and that'll be good. That'll be really good to have. I don't know, something. It makes plastic, it makes all kinds of things. And plastic makes binoculars. Not sure about the binoculars in this game, because they make you look forward like maybe, 10%. So you're not winning. Save yourself that water bottle. And what is this? Seaweed. Oh yeah, pick it up, my friend. That comes in a box, that's good to know. This, I believe, is copper ore. Always good to pick that up. Metal ore, even. And notice how much longer we can stay underwater now with our oxygen bottle. That is nice. How is everyone doing today? Mr. Beard Goblin, how's it going? Mr. Brian, Mr. Jeremy, and anyone else, how are you doing? What are your plans for the weekend? And how was your week? I had a great week. I had a co-streaming session yesterday with Nate on his channel. That was a nice little experiment. We had a look at No Man's Sky, and him and Rocky were very kind to me and explained to me how the game works. So I wouldn't say I'm getting into it, but it was really nice to literally have a tour guide there and say, hey, this is what you do. And now you can actually get on with the game. Rocky, extremely generous, got me some bits and pieces that I could go and sell. So now I have 75 million dipdops in the game. Units, I believe they call the currency there. And now I can just, that is just such a good head start in the game to get started. As somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, I greatly appreciate that. So thank you so much, Rocky, for doing that. And he also gave me some items that made me survive, because otherwise you die within like 4 seconds in the game in No Man's Sky. So one of those things. Oh, sand. This is what we need. We need some sand. That makes us bricks. Bricks make us other things, like walls. First wet bricks, then dry bricks. So yeah, let's pick that up, if we can. Oh my goodness! The 21st of October? NHS forever! This is awesome! That is short notice, my goodness. Congratulations, my friend. That is amazing. Ileostomy reversal. Oh my god. Please let me know your experiences. This is awesome. I don't think I've ever... This is not something you share with everyday folks. Hey, my ileostomy is reversed. How does the process work? This is exciting. And especially let me know how this works. You go under, you wake up from surgery, and then you spend a day healing, and then they give you steak and potatoes, and you think, no, doesn't this need to heal up for like a month or so? Very interesting. Oh, congratulations! This is great. Phenomenal news. No more plastic bags dangling out of your abdomen. This is great. The salt craving will go away, probably. This is also nice. Something to look forward to. That is so cool when that happens. There's me talking in my Super Survivor talk. There's me talking that sometimes appointments can take months to happen on the NHS, and then other times, hey, how about next week? You're free? Yeah, I guess. Mom! We're gonna need bigger storage, boys. Unbelievable. So the seeds can go up here. That I think need to get used to this new logo of the melon seeds. This is nice. And look at that, we've got pineapple seeds. Also have a new logo. Good. Goody good. Plastic, and this is mango seed. Mango seed can go up here. Good stuff. And clay. Clay we'll keep. There's some... What is this? Stone? Yeah, stone. Clay is not up here. Okay, no worries. Metal ingot. Let's just pop another metal ingot on while we're here. Do you know, yes, that is how it happens. You do get used to these things, and first you think, oh my god, how am I ever going to get used to that? And next thing you know, I'm not sure if I want this to go. I remember I had the same thing with my catheter. Because of reduced bladder capacity, and because I hadn't been sleeping for so long, I was thinking, hey, catheter isn't all that bad. Once you get used to it, you sleep all night through. I mean, you know, I'm pushing 50, so... You know what it's like. You get up at least once a night. I get up like 3 to 4 times a night. It's just my life now. But it's fine. I got used to it. But when I had the catheter, that is just something that I didn't experience. And you just sleep through. You don't have to go to the bathroom. It just, you know, this is awesome. Very good stuff. And good morning, Nate. Welcome back and nice to see you. We're just talking about Beard Goblin's ileostomy reversal later this month. Oh my goodness. That is such a lucky day. My goodness. Very cool. We need to build more storage here. I think we're going to go put another large storage locker down here. See if we can make that happen. Storage. All right, come on. We need more rope. I've just filed that away. And a hinge. What do we need that hinge for? That is, oh yeah, metal ingot, no worries. Yeah, we can do that. We can grab ourselves a bit of that, I think. And then we're going to go and... make that rope from scratch. There, tons of rope. Craft storage box. Excellent. Very good. Storage box goes over here for now. There. And now we can go and put all kinds of, like, you know, coconut things and rope and clay and all that kind of stuff in here. I think stones, we may have a thing for that already. Tons of nails and scrap. That's good. Metal ingots. Yeah, let's keep a hold of them. That will eat. Our oxygen bottle is almost broken. One of those things. Speaking of one of those things, thank you so much for trying out that quote earlier, Brian. I have implemented most of the quotes and brought them over to the local bot. That's nice. I've implemented, by the way, a new command. It is, in fact, called !commands. Yes, this is good here. !commands, you can type that in. And that will give you a link to a list of commands that I have implemented for now. And I shall expand that over time, so that we have all kinds of things. So all kinds of shortcuts, shout outs to people's channels. So you can type !Nate, that will give you something, a link to Nate's channel. !Brian will give you a link to Brian's channel, and so forth. You know, Patreon will give you a link to my Patreon channel, or !support will give you a way to support all my projects by, you know, buying things on Amazon or buying me a coffee and stuff like that. Sometimes it's nice to have these things handy. And now we have them. I do like that new logo. You know, this is the palm seed, and they always look very similar to the mango seeds and the pineapple seeds. No, actually the pineapple seeds and the watermelon seeds. So there we go. Good that we have another icon there. Very nice. Plank. And more metal ingots. Let's just go on a metal ingot spree. There we go. Good stuff. Check them out. Let me know what's missing. Let me know what you'd like to see. Let me know if the link is actually working. Don't think could be still private. I don't think it is. Let me know if it's working. Well, more potatoes. Yes, we can totally harvest them and plant some more, so we don't have to fish. That's nice. Water that. Ooh, harvest that. Pineapple seeds and watermelon seeds. I like it. Bit of that, bit of watering, and then we'll tackle that receiver problem here. I think we're good on the whole island thing. Put some potatoes on. My favorite part of the day. It's like at home, cooking. Indeed, you're so right. The Humble Bundle deal, it just got better, by the way. I don't know if you got that email. You now get more templates with PaintShop Pro. It's an unbelievable deal. $30 for the whole bundle. That is very cool. It's an ideal alternative to Photoshop. For those of us who use Photoshop, like me and many of the other people who use Photoshop, who think, I wonder if I can save some money. Not give Adobe $10 a month forever. Yeah, PaintShop Pro. I have an old version of Photoshop that predates the whole subscription model, and I wish I could still use it. It was Photoshop CC3, I believe that is what I have for PC. I've got CC5 on Mac, and they're both so old now. They're over 10 years old now. It really isn't a pleasure to use them anymore. So it's not really something you can do unless it's a total emergency. So yeah, I needed something newer, and I have so gotten used to Photoshop. I would love to keep it, but you know, I also like having alternatives that do not use a subscription. Yeah, GIMP, do you know what? I've tried looking into GIMP, much like Krita. They go kind of well together. They're both open source programs. Krita is like a painting program that's a bit like Rebel or ArtRage or Corel Painter, which you also get in that $30 bundle, by the way. So that's a painting program. GIMP is a kind of a photo compositing manipulation tool, so good for retouching and all those things. But the interface, as much as I love open source software, that is not something I'm going to get used to in a hurry. It looks so dated. I gotta say that the Photoshop from 10 years ago interface is actually better than the GIMP interface, and it's just such a different workflow that it's just not something I could get used to. I did try hard, and I would love to use it, but I don't think they're quite there yet. One of those things. Quote number 4. It's just one of those things. That's exactly what I'm thinking, because there are some of us some of us generate cash through Photoshop, and that's great. I congratulate you all. But many of us do not, and I'm thinking that's just for those of us, we should be allowed to use some kind of a simpler version that maybe doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but has something that will still do the job. You know, read and write Photoshop files, and get us some kind of manipulation tool, like a bit like Photoshop Express without being quite so bad. You know, I can see Adobe's point that they need to make cash, and I totally agree they should, but for some of us it's just not something we can afford or don't want to afford. I mean, you know, I don't want to whinge. I can afford it. It's just, if I'm looking at cutting costs, subscription software is exactly where I would start looking. And I always appreciate companies who have something that lets us buy something outright. I'm kind of in a quandary because my current Creative Cloud subscription is coming to an end in October. I signed up for a Halloween kind of special last year, and that gave me access to all the Creative Cloud apps for $30 a month, every month. And I've done it because it's the same price as Photoshop Plus Premiere. So those are the things that I'm using, and I haven't actually looked at any other of the Creative Cloud apps. So I'd either have to change my subscription down to these 2 single apps for $30, or they will start charging me $50, and I don't really want for that to happen. 20 extra a month means I can support more creators. So there we go, which is what I also like to do. So okay, let's put that in here and see if we can put that in here as well. See if we can figure out this receiver and antenna puzzle. Let me go and remove that antenna, because currently, if I switch my receiver on just to show you the problem, oops, I didn't mean to do that, turn on, I can see that the receiver is too close to the antennas, or rather the antennas are too close to one another. So I don't really know what that means. If it means these two, they mustn't be so close together. So I could just go and, I suppose, take this one here. Red light probably gives it away. Let's go take that. And these two are also still too close together, are they? One is not connected. The other one is too close to another one. So, that's uncool. Let's go put that in here, perhaps. Boom. This one, I suppose, we're going to take away because, you know, too close to another antenna. Don't want for that to happen. Ooh, these look happy now. Green lights mean happiness. Come on. That's awesome. So antenna 1 and 2 are connected well, which is awesome. Yes, there is that. There is that substance. Ooh, I can imagine the addiction factor must be high, Brian. Can we place this downstairs? What happens if we place this down here? Kind of, I don't know, somewhere, maybe at the front here for the time. I know that's too close to the receiver or too close to some other antenna. Let's put this, I don't know, here maybe? Just as a thing. No, red is never good. What's the issue here? Long cables being drawn from here to there. It's the wrong altitude, so we need to have it on the upper deck, my friends. So upper deck needs to have an extension over here, for which we need more planks, I suppose. Or here. Something like that. So it needs to be on the upper deck, for sure. Could be here. We could try it here. We could try that. Could try that. This we can blend. Let's try that. Take our axe. Demolish this. Got ourselves 2 planks and put this thing over here. No, need 4 planks. Man, life's just never easy, is it? Life's never easy. Let's go switch off the thing because the battery is on its last legs as it is. It's one of those things. The thing is, if Adobe were to integrate Substance into the Creative Cloud subscription, would that be something you would be considering? Because many people have that already, and that would be good. But other people don't. For them, it would be a huge investment. I'll go swim over here, pick up all this stuff. Gotta be some more planks over here. Aha, plank number 1. Because that is one of the things that I was aware of, that while I had the Creative Cloud subscription, that things that are currently free, like Mixamo, that is something Adobe could easily say, hey, do you know what? Creative Cloud subscribers get access now, and everyone else has to pay, I don't know, for the Creative Cloud or use this as a standalone app. This is the kind of thing that Adobe would do. And Substance, I'm kind of surprised that it's still a standalone product rather than part of the Creative Cloud, because some accountant must have done the numbers and thought, yeah, it's probably better if we keep it that way. Charge people for Creative Cloud and the Substance subscription. Aren't we clever? And cash rich, like you said, Nate. So for you, it's actually better if Substance is not going to become part of the Creative Cloud. Interesting, Mr. Bond. So let's put this here. I'm thinking, hello. Oh, can't. Ay, caramba. Could put that here. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's try our best to pick up Mr. Antenna over here. See if we can put him upstairs. Yeah, I think Christina pays for both. I think she has the Creative Cloud and she needs that as well. I totally understand that. And she also has the Substance subscription. And she loves both. But it's like you say, you add all these things up and it adds up, doesn't it? So too close to receiver. Dang, brother. So it's not close enough, it's not too close to the other antennas, it's now too close to the receiver. Man. Okay, no worries. We have options. Let's pick this up then. Does 3D Code also work with PBR materials? I'm not familiar with either. I think I've looked at Substance Painter, cried myself to sleep and uninstalled it again. And then a year or so later I tried again. Same thing happened. But then mind you, the same thing happened with Blender. I remember installing Blender back in the day and thought, you cannot be serious, man. Quickly uninstalled it again because I thought, seriously, that's just... But that was in the Blender 2.4 days, so... Life has evolved since then. I've just realized you plant 3 potatoes, you harvest 6 potatoes, you plant 3 of those and you grow 3 of those, you never run out of potatoes. It's kind of cool. I like it. Ha! And the water actually animates down. Did you see that? Very cool. I don't think the upwards motion does that. No, it does. Look at that. I fill it up. Slight animation here. You can do that with lerp nodes in Unreal Engine, by the way. Very clever way to do that. A lerp node interpolates 2 values of the same kind, but it doesn't care what the values are. So interpolating between 0 and 1 over the period of 1 second is relatively easy, but interpolating between 88 and 27 is more difficult, and I wouldn't know how to do it. So you can either have the timeline do it, or you can say, if it's more complex things like vectors, where you have like a struct of various floats that need to be interpolated towards one another, you go, that would be terrible to do. The lerp node does that for us. So you plug in a timeline that interpolates over 0 and 1 over a course of whatever time you want, and you plug 2 things into the lerp node, and the lerp node will give you an interpolated value over time of these 2 more complex values. Very cool. That's what a lerp node does. Good stuff. Loving the lerp node. It's a bit of a weird name. I don't know where that comes from, but hey. Yeah, I know 3D Code from literally just painting textures. So it lets you paint, like Brian was saying, it lets you paint on a 3D object. So usually you have a flat texture like in GIMP and you paint on a flat object. But if you want to texture an object like I don't know, the ceiling thing here, that's a cube around which a texture would probably wrap. So you may have to look at the object from various angles and then paint it in situ, and that was very difficult. So Photoshop has that built in, and more specialized applications have that built in, or are being made for that now, like 3D Code. And for flat textures that works, but I wasn't sure, I didn't know if the and we'll set sail here while we're talking about this. I didn't know if 3D Code would also support PBR textures. So what makes something like Substance Painter so popular, strong, exciting, and expensive is the fact that you no longer paint a single texture these days. You don't really care about the diffuse texture, which is what looks like the wood right now. You also care about other values, and I think Raft's a bad example of it. No, actually, we can, if you look at the plant field here, you can see the little ripples around the potato plant, the things that look like there's a little mold that comes out like a little mole, and it has ripples all around it. And that isn't actually geometry, that's done with a bump texture. And this bump texture is also a texture, but it is less of a rendering overhead for the engine to create that geometry that kind of pops out here. And that is what's done with a bump map. So with this example, you have the diffuse texture, which is the thing that looks like brown earth, and then you have the bump texture, which is the thing that makes it, or like a normal texture, which is what makes these little ripples come out. But they're literally two images that would be applied to the same surface at the same time. And there's all kinds of other maps. There's transparency maps and all kinds of other maps that make a material good looking at the end of the day. And that is what a PBR system is, just to explain that. Which is also what makes painting textures in this day and age very, very difficult. And good to know, Brian, that it also does PBR, that 3D Code does PBR. That's good to know. I'm going to go put some more potatoes on. Actually, should I? I could just harvest potatoes, couldn't I? Much easier. Harvest potatoes. Are they not ready for harvesting? Gotcha. We need to, while we float through this and talk about 3D things, I need to also grab tons and tons of other planks. That is actually of the utmost importance right now, because that means I can build another upper deck on which I can then build more antennas, for which I may need foundation. So I just, at the end of the day, I just need planks. Tons of them. Oh, and tell me, is 3D Code a subscription-based app, or is it a one-off purchase? I mean, we say one-off purchases. If a vendor brings out a perpetual version and then charges $300 every year, you actually think to yourself, subscription is cheaper in this case. But you then also have the choice to skip a version if you don't need it. It's all about choice, isn't it? Yeah, I really like licensing models like what Unreal Engine have, where you say, hey, software is the same, no matter what you do with it, you get it for free, everyone gets it for free. It's as professional as it needs to be and ever will be. And if you start making cash with it, then we'll take a cut. And you think, yes, man, that's awesome. That gives everyone the opportunity to learn the software, make cool things with the software. And if I get rich, you get rich. That's just fair. I think that is just fair, rather than saying, no, you need to give us money no matter if you make money with it or not. That's great if you're a venture capitalist and you say, I have the cash. That's cool. I can afford to give you the cash up front. And if I turn filthy rich, then I'll stay filthy rich. But those of us who are not in that position just benefit from this other licensing model. So if I were to make a game and it takes me 10 years to make and it becomes an overnight hit, I'm saying, hey, Epic, of course, man, have 5% of my profits. In fact, have 10, I don't mind. It's cool. I appreciate that. You deserve it. Your software was there for me for free all these years. Why wouldn't I do that? So yeah, that was just, if Photoshop would work like that, it would be awesome. But I guess it's very difficult for Adobe to say, well, Photoshop helped you make a profit. We can't really say what part of the journey it was. Was it that one YouTube thumbnail? Was it that graphic arts work that you did on that promo flyer that made you famous? I don't know. /rich. Oh, different levels. I like it. Choice. Once again, choice. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe subscription payments are the future. I really can't tell. Many people seem to be going that way. But then, you know, the way we pay for things these days, they change so much, don't they? They change over time. I think it's in constant state of flux. I remember when the iPhone's App Store became so super popular, every app, no matter if it's great or not, was 99 cents. Some were free with in-app purchases. And I remember reading back then, somebody was saying that this whole subscription payment thing, and this was, we're not talking 6, 7, 8 years ago, it's just in its infancy, the way we pay for things. And look at how it's changed. I mean, games that used to be 99 cents or free on the App Store do charge a substantial amount of money now. So it's no longer 99 cents, it's now a $5 or a $10. And the way we are now used to paying for these things, we now assess to be fair. And we say, yeah, actually $5 for an app that keeps me company for 10 hours, that's a fair deal. That's an absolutely fair deal, because a coffee at Starbucks costs me over $5 as well. And that lasts me 20 minutes. So yeah, absolutely, there's value in that. Especially considering that it probably takes several years to put a good game together or a good app together with good functionality. So we've been kind of re-educated in that way. And I wonder if that's happening with subscriptions as well. I remember when they came out a few years ago, we thought, this is ludicrous, can't do that. And now, much less people complain about the Adobe subscription than they used to, because we're used to it now. We've been educated by so many apps to charge money, which is interesting because Poser is about to release a new version, Poser 11.3, and they're not doing that. They're not pursuing the subscription model. They're pursuing a one-off payment model, and that's kind of interesting, because it now is at a point where they're saying, well, you know, you can get Poser for whatever, $100 a year, or for $100 for as a one-off purchase, the new version. I think had they said, let's do this subscription, I think many people would have just said, I can't do it. Well, what are you charging? $5 a month? Is that realistic? Is that cheap? That looks like, you know, are you charging 10 a month? Hang on a minute. That's as much as for Photoshop. Is that realistic? They must have had all these discussions. So can't do close to receiver, can't do too close to antenna. Can we build something over here? Can we do that? Can't do that. But maybe this antenna could be put here. I mean, I don't know if that's. I mean, there's this cable that's hanging over our heads. Can we still emerge here? Yes, we can. Is this something we could? Yes! Oh my goodness! Look, all the antennas are working. All right! Woohoo! Exactly, Brian. That's the thing. And if we were to add it up over the course of a year, if you had to pay something like that once every year, it does actually come out almost like at the same price. Like, I remember buying Photoshop for 300 pounds back then, so about $500 US. And had I paid a monthly installment for that, it would have actually been cheaper to do that. $120 a year is cheaper than paying $400 or $500 every year. Ooh. And like you say, if you use something professionally, which I was using as well, I was using Photoshop professionally at the time, I was thinking, yeah, it's actually, what am I going to do? Get by with a cracked version of Photoshop? No, I can't really do that. I don't want to do that. Yeah, if you do make cash with it, you are actually, it's actually okay to pay for these things. And I do also make cash with Photoshop in a way. I mean, you know, I make cash with my YouTube channel, and I use Photoshop to make my thumbnail. So what am I going to do? Not pay Adobe? No, I have to do this. So yeah, I don't really begrudge them either. It's just the amount of where does it stop, you know, with subscription payments. I make cash with the videos I edit via Premiere as well, so I don't begrudge them with that either. And I'm thinking, yeah, I do really want Premiere to edit my video, so anyway, let's get back to that mysterious receiver. Right, I totally agree. We pay them so much cash for content, if that's the model they've chosen. And the thing is, they were trying this out. I don't know if you're using DAZ Studio at that point. They were trying out a paid-for version that was supposed to be better. At one point, there were 3 levels to DAZ Studio, to their software. Battery empty, man. This is not the same island, right? As we were looking at before. This is a different island. Maybe we'll just go and move there. Rotate, actually open. Hello, open, there we go. And move towards island. All right. Looks like this battery is already empty because I left the receiver on for like 10 minutes. So we need to make ourselves a new battery. No worries. See what we need for that. I think we need more goo here, iron goo, I think. Or vine goo, rather. Some of this wood shouldn't really be at the top here. There's a lot of planks in here that we don't need to be here. Let's go and see if we can put that more elegantly somewhere else. I'm not sure. I'm not happy with this. I think I'm going to go and rebuild that at one point. But let's see if we can make something else happen here. Ropes go in here. See how we make a battery happen. Circuit board battery, there we go. We need a copper ingot and plastic and scrap. Hey, no worries. Do we have copper ingots? Is this a copper ingot? Copper ingot, there we go. That's nice. Let's turn that into a battery. Haha. Take this battery out. Oh no, don't do that. Place battery, pick up old battery. Old battery perhaps goes in here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put old battery in here so we get that battery charger, which I'm still very much looking forward to. Well, do we see this island on the radar? I don't think we do. I suppose we're in the middle of this thing. We do see something on the radar with a number on it. 1508, that could be the distance. Could also be something that we need to put in here. I don't know. Be that as it may, let's grab ourselves an anchor like this one. Quickly anchor over here and then just have a quick nosy around, I say. The R button I still haven't mapped, I don't think. Hiya! And yeah. Nearly went past the island here. Okay, ditch some stuff. See what the island has to offer. Also, grilled potatoes. Very important. Grilled potatoes. Goo, that can go over here. In fact, this could all go over here for the time being. Also, grilled beets. We have so many planks over here. I must remember that because that means we can expand our raft and then see what this means about us going to exciting places here. That is just, I'm intrigued by the whole receiver thing. Recipes. We can also build a thing here. What's it called? A cooking thing. What is it called, man? A hob, stove. That sort of thing. I'll eat this raw. And go to the island. And me too, Brian. Certainly me too. Well, we're still not looking at the paint because, you know, it is a distraction, an embellishment. We'll look at that later. I think I'm going to go and have a nosy at the trees because I'd like to have just, you know, a ton of planks. A ton of planks. Ah, larger raft. I'm looking forward to that. Once we set sail to this mysterious thing that we've picked up on our radar there, see what that is, shall we? Put that receiver to good use. See what we find. Oh yes, pineapple. All right. Oh, I guess there's also the coconut. Yeah, let's eat that as well. Pineapple seed. Still loving that little logo. Very nice. Plank Tom, that's the one. Very good, Jeremy. How is Kenji? Was it Kenji or was it Koji? Kenji, I believe. Your dog. And how is Roberta, Brian? Since this is essentially entertainment for cats. How are your pets? Tell me all about your pets. Palm leaves, I like it. And more pineapple, more coconut. Yes, I like it. I think you can. Yes, you can do that, Beer Goblin. There is something, instead of building walls just out of wood, you can either make that, build them out of wood and then paint them if you don't like the wood color, or you can make them out of half palm leaf, half wood. They look very stylish. We're going to totally make that happen. So these flowers you turn into paint, and then you can paint your raft. But the versions that are kind of half palm leaf, half wood, they look very, very stylish. What's this, I wonder? Stone. Yeah, we're good on stone. That is clay. Kind of good on clay as well, that way. Copper, yes. Copper ingot makes circuit boards. We're not saying no to that. And this stuff, I have a feeling that's important. So we're going to pick as much of it as we can. This is also, what is this, copper? This is metal ore, also important. Yeah, I have a feeling we need to make ourselves a new oxygen bottle, because ours is about to give up the ghost. Until such time, let's enjoy it while it lasts. Kenji, that's him. Good stuff. Shearing! Oh my goodness! Stop shaving the dog! That is funny when they're in this stage where the hair isn't quite uniform yet. He's shaved the dog. Could do with a bit more sand, I think. Because of all the glass things. Yeah. Don't want to go completely overboard here. We have other more important pressing matters to investigate on the raft, of course. So maybe I will just go leave it here. Space is of an issue, isn't it always? So. Oh, you've got a cat as well. How exciting! So, what's your cat called, Nate? Didn't know you had a cat. Good stuff. I like it when, like on Katie's channel, sometimes the cat walks in and just, you know, says hello. Wants to have a cuddle. That's cute. I like that. Alright, more stuff in these nets. Alright, good stuff. I will grab my anchor and we shall float off. Also eat some stuff. Like this. And that. Ah, feeling so much better already. Alrighty, so looks like we need to kind of turn our sail kind of over that way. This number, I don't think this is something we can do anything with. I think we can, and we can, you know. Oh, that was accidentally on 2779. That is exciting. And then we can do, what is that, switch number? Oh, I see. Ah, but 2779 appears to be like, you know, that's kind of good. I don't know if this is 2779. I think the 1583 is actually the direction. So let's go and rotate ourselves over yonder, and hope this is gonna work. Can we plant this here now? This should come kind of closer. Yes, look at that. Coming closer. Oh, of course, Brian. Who else would you be talking to? It is Roberta that the universe revolves around, isn't it? This is nice. I love watching the receiver now. This is like TV. I haven't watched TV in a while. Judging by that distance and the speed at which it's counting down, this could take forever to get there. But you know, it's fine. We have a ton of work to do. I might just switch the receiver off to save a bit of battery, turn it on occasionally as we drift along towards that location. Saves on battery, doesn't it? Joey! Oh wow, Joey is over 10. That's exciting. Hey Joey, how's it going? Good to meet you. I like it. Pets are so important, aren't they? This is just... Yeah, I remember when we used to have a cat. It wasn't actually our cat, it was the neighbor's cat. But the cat chose to live with us instead of the neighbor because they had a kid and it was all, you know, it was all a bit busy over there. And I think the cat just very much enjoyed staying with us. And I appreciate that. We were happy to have him. Her. And also the vet bills would go to the neighbor, food bills would go to the neighbor, pleasure time would go with us. So hey, what's not to like? Yes, that's what our cat also preferred. Spending quiet time with us. Yeah, plant that. We're not going to plant anything in here. The antennas, yeah, I mean, you know. We'll just leave as they are. Let's have a quick look. Are we going the right way? Yes, 1381. So we're going the right way. Maybe I just adjust that towards here. So it's kind of going there more directly. Okay, good stuff. Check that receiver every so often. Potatoes, planks, water. We've got it all sorted. And some of that I might just go and fritter into here. So not so much the planks, but some of these, like, you know, oh, there's so many of these palm leaves here. That can also go upstairs. Do a bit of a filing session here. That can also go upstairs. Metal ore, that could, I'm thinking put that also upstairs. A scrap can live in here. Plastic, yeah, that could go here. That's fine. There. Ah, nice. We're getting there. We're getting there. What's in here? Stone, yeah, stone, that makes anchors and all that, doesn't it? We should have a look at making another anchor because we've run out of anchors. Throwable anchor. Let's make a couple more of these. Because the stationary anchor, we need a much larger raft for that, so we're not going to do that. It's good perks, isn't it? We were happy with that arrangement. So ropes, let's just turn all of this into ropes because, you know, that saves some space here. In fact, turn this into ropes as well. There, make more ropes. Make love, not ropes. Stones. Okay, stones, we need a ton of stones. Let's go and put those stones into here. That's one anchor done. Let's be efficient about this, eh? Let's make more anchors. Yeah, a lot of anchors. Good stuff. These stones can go back into here. One anchor goes here. Rest of the anchors, the yankers, go into here. Nice. This will be ready for us when we need it. Look at that storm. I don't want the potatoes getting wet. Give me. There. Yeah, that's much better. Also, could eat this. Yeah, I think I will. All right. Don't want to pass up the opportunity of another raft. Raft barrel even. Duh. Barrels are good, so they sometimes have tons of planks in them. I do like picking them up. There. And I think before I get on with constructing more space on my raft, I might just go and add some more of these nets on the outside here, because that is really efficient to just have the raft collect stuff while we're literally passing. You know, these things, I don't have to pick them up. I could just go, yeah, there we go. They just end up in these little nets. So I might do that. I might construct some more of these collection nets. Collection net, hello. Any's wares. So this is sweep net, that's a different net. Collection net, ah yes. We need more ropes, which don't we have? Didn't we just build like 150,000 ropes? More, oh, I've turned them all into anchors, haven't I? There, let's do that. And we also need nails. We still need more ropes. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. Let's make it happen. That's why you need palm leaves, so many. And we also have a ton of planks for the occasion. There. More ropes. Man. 8 ropes for that. That's unbelievable. Good thing we have so many of these. Lying around, not doing much. There. Oh, yes. Okay, that's you know, that's a lot of netting. Let's see if we can get those things installed. Like one goes here, and that was it. Ah, there we go. More of them. Thought I had made more. And this I think we'll leave, because I think this is just going to be more space at the end here. This is nice. I think we can go and put all of that here. Some could go at the front. So I could actually just make some more ropes. Oh yes, and more planks. More planks for the occasion, and more rope. Just go and take those freshly collected leaves, turn them into what we need them to be. More rope. Oh, come on. I'm sure I have rope somewhere. Have I used up all the rope? I can't believe it. There we go. Ropes. Could have more ropes upstairs. That is possible. No. Okay, good. Oh, man. More rope. Crazy stuff. So we'll put some of them at the front, because that allows us to catch a lot of stuff no matter where it is. Like, you know, plank, come here. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, good. We need to empty these out every so often, because they do get full. I think they can take about 10 items. But, you know, it's just casual building material. And speaking of building material, first of all, do we see anything in the distance here? Is there anything that the receiver shows us here? There we go, 914. We're kind of getting there. Still floating around. I'll make some copper ingots in the meantime. And place planks here. And then let's have a look at what else we might need on our raft. So we need a bit of... I'd like the top deck to be expanded a bit towards the front. So I'd like to build out here while we're floating. Not much is happening here, so we're going to check on that in a moment. So we need to build further up, because I have plans for the upper deck here. Maybe make a second upper deck. That's going to be nice. But also, I would like for that foundation. So that means we need to build further into this direction. And then have foundation like this. Let's do that. Got to start with the foundation, really, don't we? the foundation has got to be the floaty things with the plastic, so I need a ton of plastic for that. There, I don't want to make it too big, because there is a, I think it counts the amount of floor tiles, and if there are just too many of them, it'll be really difficult in, in making the raft go with a motor. I remember on my other game that was really difficult for me because I had so many floor tiles. It was too much. I think I need to expand this. Do I need to expand this walkway here? No, I'm just gonna go keep it as it is. 3 floor tiles to the front, for which we need a ton of plastic, which, as it happens, we have frittered away somewhere, like there. Look at that, tons of plastic. Pineapple seeds. You see, we're running out of space already. Let's go and see if we can turn that into something more efficient here. So pineapple seeds we can plant. The copper ingots and all, they can be stored up here. Much like the vine goo, that can be stored up here. Pineapple seeds, we can just go plant a couple of those. Water them thoroughly. And clay, that doesn't need to be up here. That could be condensed. And that could be condensed too. That could go over here. In fact, that can go over here as we focus on copper ingots right now. Speaking of which. Plank, copper. Plank, copper. All right. There. Food. Yeah, okay, fine. Harvest. Harvest and plant at the same time. Does that work? Oh, drink, okay, and water also. That gives us a bit more room. Put the potatoes on here. See how important it is to have nets at the front. Probably more important than having them at the sides. Well, that's okay. Plastic, gotcha. Move plastic over here. Move that down here. Copper ingot can go up here. And let's see if we can get on with a bit of building work here. Yes. There. That should be far enough. I like that. So in order to make more foundation, I think I'm going to put some more of these sticks up here. That'll allow me to build forward on the upper deck here. And they don't cost a lot of wood, so they are only, what is that, nails and wood. Probably need one here and one here. I need more nails. Gotcha. Can I make nails? I can, but I also need more nails. How do I make nails again? I mean, I'm glad they can be made, but I'm sure there was a way to kind of make them from scratch. Nails. Hello? Nail needs scrap. We have so much scrap. Also, we have nails. That's good. All right. Craft more nails. Put more foundation in place. I like it. So this doesn't look great, but we can always change that later if we wanted to. For now, I'll just put this in because, you know, reasons. And that'll now allow us to... Come on, one more. No, down here. Why? Yeah, there and here. Yeah, this doesn't look great, but we will change that later with... I don't think we actually need that many. I just realized that I don't think we need these in the middle if we have them on the outside. Just reclaim some of that material here. Yeah, let's just have this area to walk around. I should have really thought about this, because otherwise we can't really do anything with this thing. Any closer? Oh yeah, look at that. We need to adjust our course correction. We're still going that way. We need to kind of go this way. Smooth sailing. We're nearly there. Whatever that location is, I'm excited. I'm excited to find out what it is. Goody. In the meantime, let's build some more of that wooden flooring here. Is this wooden floor? Is this wooden floor? Perfect. Yes, look at it. Look at it go. Ah, run out of planks. God. No worries. Don't even have planks to put them into my smelters here. But I think there were a ton of planks downstairs. Some in our collection nets, which is nice. And some were, I believe, somewhere here, weren't they? Maybe not. Still thinking maybe we can see something, but I think we're not quite close enough yet. Oh, there's a plank. Don't want to pass up that opportunity. Hiya, good stuff. So this afternoon I'm going to try and push out an update for that MVP game so that you can see the universal water thing in action while you're actually swimming through it. So currently in my MVP game, if you walk on the water surface, it already generates interaction with the water, but when you're swimming with it, it also generates interaction, which is really nice. So I'm going to go and implement that and push out an update for later today, so it should be ready for you. It's available on my Ko-fi shop for free, by the way. Oh yes, Nate, planks are so important. You can never have enough planks because that's just the resource building material. Could just go swim after these. Am I nuts? I'm swimming away from my raft. Yeah, I am nuts. What are you playing today, Nate? Are you streaming today at all? One more plank and then we'll have to go back. And the barrel. So excited to see what happens at the end of that location we've discovered on the receiver there. What might be hiding there? Might it be a location for chapter 2? Probably not. Will it get our story moving forward? Will it explain what happened? All those mysterious questions might be answered as soon as we find mysterious location number 1 on our receiver. Oh, void egg glitch. Oh, gotcha. Good luck. Especially as you mentioned glitch. That's not good. If it's a glitch, I don't like game glitches like that. Not major glitches that let you not complete a story goal. That's just mean. Do you know these glitches actually happen because games get too complex over time, and if you don't fix things properly, glitches creep in. Yeah, it's never good. There, enough planks, methinks. I hope, at least. Oh, I saw you. 2 more planks. Aha. So glad that I can just swim past the shark. Oh, what might that be? Can you see it in the distance? Is this our mysterious target, I wonder? It looks much bigger than a regular raft that we've encountered before. It's also not an island. Let me just go and jump up here, have a closer look. There, over there, can you see it? That little outline there. Does that line up with what Mr. Receiver is showing us? Certainly is, look at that. 250 away. That is it. Let's adjust our sail. We're going straight for it. That must be it. Whoa. Yes. Whoops. What? No. That would go away. I don't even know what that is. There. That mysterious location. That's crazy. And they haven't fixed it? That's just bizarre. Makes you want to say, hello, games! Anyone home? That's our mystery location. Well, while we're looking at how to get there, let's go and put some foundation at the top here. Ah, looks like I do need that stuff in the middle. I do need some foundation in the middle. Otherwise, this ain't happening. Well, I could just move the stairs over to here. Or I could not care. That is also very possible. I think one stick here might be enough. Or something like a wall, just to fill in that hole. Oh, we're just going to leave the hole. Oh, am I an architect? I don't know how these things work. Look at that! Grabbing all the planks and things without actually having to make any effort whatsoever. Good investment, paying off already. So we'll put more flooring here. That is nice. Looks like a proper luxury liner, our ship, doesn't it? Man, have we gone past it? Where is this thing that we just saw? We've gone past it, haven't we? Oh, man. Oh, it's above us now. Huh. Somewhere here. Oh, there. Hey, this is this old glitch. You look at it kind of towards... You look a different direction. You see the thing more clearly than when you actually look at it straight ahead. That's just... This kind of gives away that it's Unity. Don't know if this would happen in Unreal Engine. I just don't know. It's just that Subnautica, which was made with Unity, had the same issue. They were occluding a target in the distance, and when you look straight at it, you can't see it. When you look at it from an angle, you can actually see it. So it's, I don't know. Please do. That actually sometimes helps. I've reached out to many companies on Twitter, and because those complaints or those things that you'd sent them are public, they're very quick to publicly reply and sort the issue out. Except for Restream, who really don't care about people getting on with their product or not. Hey, did you get that free month of Restream Pro, Nate, for filling out that survey? I'm currently enjoying the benefits of no branding, usually only reserved for customers who pay $49 a month. Oucharoo. And I get to stream to my Facebook page, which is great. Welcome everyone on Facebook. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. It'll only be 4 weeks. Yes, I have a funny way of thinking what their product is actually worth. It's, I mean, you know, I'm not saying it's not worth anything. That's totally not what I'm saying. I love Restream. It's just they have a very weird way of saying get everything for free. Oh yes, and Facebook streaming is $19 a month. Really? Are you sure? Is it worth that much? Oh yeah, and if you don't want the Restream link, that's $49 a month. Or you have to take it out manually. You know, well, I might give it a miss. If you'd ask for something more realistic, I might actually be a paying customer, but I guess... Yeah, this is weird. That is weird. So it looks like despite my sail pointing in the right direction, I'm not reaching my target here, which is probably a wind thing. So I don't know if you know about sailing. I don't know much about sailing, but I know that sometimes when you point the sail into the direction of your target, you might not get there. You might actually get further away. So instead, you have to approach the target in a kind of triangular manner. So you have to sometimes go away from the target, then approach it from a different angle, if that makes sense. I think that's what's happening here. But of course, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to have to use my trusty paddle to go towards that mysterious thing in the distance here, or use an engine, which I don't have either yet. So yes, Restream, I sometimes reach out to them on Twitter, like events currently can't be scheduled. Sometimes streaming is completely weird on Restream, and you tell them and they say, hey, yeah, please let us know what the issue is and we'll investigate. And read the tweet to which you've just replied, numbskull. That outlines the issue. Now go investigate. Oh, you can also reach us. You can reach out to us privately, and could do, but what's the point? 2 weeks later I get a reply. Yeah, do you still have issues? No, I'm not using your service anymore. Crazy. That's my paddle broken. Man, poor paddle. Let me make another one. As the target is coming closer, I sound like I'm whinging. I don't really want to whinge. It's not. I'm not having a downer on Restream. Restream are great. I like Restream. It's just I wish our missions would be ever so slightly more aligned. They just got a ton of venture capital funding. Congrats to that, that's good. Also careful to anyone who is considering taking venture capital funding for their projects. There is a price to pay. You don't just get the money for free. They're looking for 300% increase in your profits for the investment as a return, like a hockey stick that goes like that. You will have to pay the money back, not so much in cash usually, but in shares usually. That's usually what they're looking for. The company I work for, Instacart, has just had their second valuation this year. It's kind of cool. If you've been following Instacart grocery delivery in the United States and Canada, they have been earlier this year. They've been valued for $1 billion. Very cool. That was at the beginning of the year. And have I moved away from my target? Oh, let me just go up my sail here so that doesn't happen anymore. Not doing myself any favors here. There. Okay, there we go. So yes, they were valued at $1 billion, $1 billion, kind of crazy amounts of cash, unbelievable. But they had their second valuation just now, and they were now valued at $1.7 billion. That happened within 6 months. So for some companies it works like that. It's unbelievably crazy how the value of your company on paper increases. It doesn't mean you make any cash. This is something people make that mistake of thinking, well, great, so the founder of Instacart's a billionaire, huh? Not quite. He doesn't own $1 billion in cash on his account. He's busy buying Ferraris. It's not how it works. And but what that valuation means on paper for any company, Restream, Instacart, doesn't matter. What that valuation on paper means is that venture capitalists are eager to give you cash, for which they then want part of the profit in return at one point. And what I didn't know and what I've just recently found out is that year on year, they're looking into a 300% increase of their capital. So what they would ideally like is your company eventually to be three times worth more next year than it is this year. So they give you $1 this year. They would like to get the equivalent of your company that's now worth $3 this time next year. And next year it'll be $9, and the year after it'll be $27, that sort of thing. So $1, you think, yeah, not that big a deal. If they give you 1 million, 3 years from now, your company needs to be worth substantially more, so that their share of what they've given you is then worth 27 million, which is kind of crazy. So for giving you 1 million, they're looking for your company to be worth, I don't know, if they've given you 1 million for 50% of the capital, they're looking for your company to be worth 100 million in 3 years, so that their 50% share is then worth in excess of 27 million. That's the idea. And if you make that, great. And if not, then it's difficult. Man, am I actually getting any closer to this target or not? I might just put an anchor on and swim there instead. See, my next paddle is already broken. This is crazy. How am I going to get there? This is not good. I'm going to go take my anchor here, throw it overboard in disgust, grill myself a few potatoes. Oops. Just accidentally eaten the potato raw there. I didn't mean to do that. Slap them on the wrist. Make them learn. Make them understand. And then I'll just go and swim there. I don't mind. I'm easy going here. I'll put the planks. I'll take this. I'll pick some more copper stuff up that's being turned into ingots and all. And those potatoes, yeah, we could probably do with something more to eat. Plant some more potatoes, put some more fresh water on this, and it's my binoculars here. Maybe I can use my binoculars to look a little bit closer at the target. See if that works. Well, now target's gone. What is going on here? So this is the target here. This is the target close up. Now you see it. Now you still don't. That's bizarre. I see it less with the binoculars than without them. I don't know. I'll put them back in the locker. This is the second time I'm using my binoculars. I thought maybe it'll be all good, but no, it's not. It's terrible. I'm going to eat some watermelon instead. That is very nice. I should actually take all that watermelon with me instead of making fresh water. I think I might do that. Yeah, take all that watermelon with me, because, well, actually, I'll fill up my water bottle here as well. Yes, good stuff. And I'll make some more seawater into regular water here. That's nice. And then we'll just go swim there. Go swim to the target. And when we get back, we have grilled potatoes. That's just nice, isn't it? There, very nice. I could fritter some of these things. I don't know what riches we're going to find over there. So, but I'll make sure I'm a little bit emptier than I currently am. I don't really need all these things here with us. Nails and that. Oh, there's another water bottle here. That's nice. See what we can do with that. Did I switch off the receiver? I can't tell. I don't want to get back and the battery's empty. Probably checking right now and the battery's already empty. That's usually what happens. Battery empty. Didn't I say? Alright, Shark, you're in charge. We're going over to the Mystery Island. Shark, you're in charge. Oh, there it is. It's quite a swim, but what am I going to do? I tried paddling there, I just don't get there. The Pro binoculars, Nate, that'd be good. I'm looking forward to them. Maybe we'll find them on this mysterious construction over here. Whatever that might be. I know there's an engine that you can build in this game, and I've never been able to make that happen. I built an engine once, and then I realized my raft is too big to make it work. Went through considerable length to build that engine, install the engine, literally craft my raft to accept the engine, only to find, of course, that the engine doesn't work. Hours of my young life left. Wasted, I mean, not left. It's the thing, Nate, as you get older, you realize that life's precious and that you really don't want to waste it with shit that you don't enjoy, you know? I suppose, you know, you really evaluate every minute. Is it worth clicking that button? Is it worth even looking at topic XYZ because I've got limited time left on this planet? Life could be over tomorrow. I don't want to say the last thing I did was research some software that was fundamentally flawed and wasn't actually giving me any pleasure at all, only to be abandoned later on. So this is that mysterious location that the receiver got us into. I don't know if I can actually... Can I jump up here? Yeah. All right. What we would need now is really mysterious music to really savor the moment here. What has happened here? These guys have built either a massive raft or this is something like an oil rig. I mean, it's got platforms, it's got wind power and everything. This is like the ultimate raft. The ultimate ever raft. And they've given us clever platforms that let us walk up here. Wow. Ooh, great. Recipe for catfish deluxe. Oh, that sounds nice. What do we eat for catfish deluxe? Love to have a look at that. Catfish deluxe. 2 potatoes and 2 beets. A catfish and some mushrooms. But nice, I say. Oh, glass as well. That is nice. That is very nice. Shame I don't have... what's it called here? The stuff that... oxygen bottle. You know, I should have brought some food over. I totally didn't do that. Nice. Well, let's tackle this thing systematically. Good thing I can just about see my raft when I'm looking from an angle. That's my raft right over there. Shame. Last time I could reach this with my raft. So last time I could just literally just sail up here. Maybe it's part of the update that we can't do that anymore. Good paint job on the lockers here. Very good. Good paint job all around. What? Oh. They've got phone communications and all that. A note. All right. Let's have a look. What does the note give us? Radio tower. I wish I knew where we were, indeed. That we had some place we could point to except that radio tower out in the distance. That's not us, right? That's them writing this. Radio tower 2779. Oh, gotcha. That's where that number came from. That was kind of accidentally hacked into my receiver. I didn't know that. I don't think I hacked that in. First page is this with the instructions. Yeah, this is from us. See you someplace dry, sis. This is either my brother or my sister. And their nephew, niece. But yes, radio tower, this must be our note here. Right. 12, 16 and 8 failed today after 3 days of testing. 16's core burned so hard and fast that it ate right through the wet well. Its payload sank into the ocean, hot enough to burn for hundreds of years. What? Sparrow checked the radiation levels, what's being let out with every test. They said they're going to use those in shelters. We can fix this, she said. And the craziest part is, we agreed! Us 4 overworked, exhausted pencil necks, we would save the world. What would be left of it anyway? So worlds obviously experienced a bit of an issue with 12, 16 and 8 failing, burning into the ground, doing radiation levels and all that, my goodness. February, perhaps. Turns out, Ren blew the whistle on us and it made the people in charge mad. They must have known we were stalling, working on 12 and 14. Those things let out so much radiation they burned green, for God's sake. Except, they took them anyway. Sure, Al and I put up a fight, and they just shoved us around. That bunch of jocks even. Took Sparrow and Reactor 8 with them too. After all, Ren knew she was the only one with the smarts to keep them working. They just left behind on the reactor. They left us behind on the reactor test platform, then blew the foundations. The water's been rising slowly. Owl thinks she should go after them. I wish I didn't agree with him. Several characters here. Wren, female. Owl, male. Don't know who the writer is. Could be a third person. Fourth kind of conglomerate, the management, whatever they are, whatever they're doing. Took some reactors with them. Interesting. And then this happened. Endless blue ocean. Ah. And we're in the middle of it. How do we fit into all this puzzle? Will we ever meet people, I wonder? So whatever's happened here, this management probably left completely. We're just here to scavenge up the things that we find. Bit of plastic, nothing much. I got you, Bruce. Okay, another person. Bruce must have been on this island platform, artificial structure at one point. It's kind of nice to do a bit of land exploration here. Very nice. Oh, riddle on the wall. Bobby, boat's gone. Bruce is after me. Gonna stay here until I find a way off this place. Mike. Oh, lots of funky characters. There's Mike now, is there? There's Mike, Bruce, Owl, Wren. Caught a shark, named him Bruce. Gotcha. Bruce is the shark. I like it. How do we get up there? This looks like... Oh yeah, there we go. Looks like this should be doable. I like a good platforming game every once in a while. More to explore. Took boat, won't be back. Gotcha. Thanks, Mike. Or whoever you are. You're absolutely right, yes. It is the name of the shark. And then there's this exciting symbol here, which, check it out, we have also found on the first page of this. You are a forward scout. I don't know if that is the symbol for the forward scout, but yeah, that is where that is. Ah. Explore the sea deck. Call somebody, anybody. Oh yeah, more plastic. Good stuff. More plastic. I'll gradually eat up my supply of watermelons here. I mean, that's why I've got it, really. Don't have anything else to eat. But, you know, gradually picking it. Trace! Alright. Pick up note like... Have a look at it like... Trace! Trace. What does that mean? Distress call received. Trace? I don't know what that means. Establish report. Language unknown. Malay? Get Tarragon. Another person. Com dead. Gunshots in distance. Tangaroa? Maybe. Don't know. Someone speaking Malay. Too fast to make out. Kota Jankar. Probably send help or something. What do you think? No, Beard Goblin. That is why they named him Bruce. That is why this is perfect. Thank you so much for letting us know. The animatronic, like the big thing, like the 10-meter thing they used in Jaws. One of my favorite movies. My goodness. 42 this year. 43? Whew. Excellent. Well spotted. Tarragon found a dry place. Leaving waters. Leaving. Full stop. Waters rising. And we're short a couple places. I am sorry. Mike, if you're reading this, head for Balboa. Like Rocky. If it's still above water. There are supplies in the pantry. Balboa supplies. Gotcha. So if they're heading there, maybe we need to head there. Balboa. Am I thinking correctly here? I think so. Let's find the pantry. Let's get to Balboa. Got my trusty hook. Pantry. Maybe we've been in the pantry already. This could be the pantry. No. Alright, well done for putting that together. This is actually a crate, isn't it? Yeah. Whoa! Plank, metal ingot, bolt, scrap, hinge. All the good stuff. Hopefully that's not the supplies he was talking about. I'm thinking chocolate bars, bag of crisps, that sort of thing. Chips even. That's nice. That is nice. This is probably not actually geometry. I have a feeling this is probably two planes, maybe a cube. And the wafty material, the fact that this moves, that kind of tells me it is a static material with a transparency map that moves. It's very cheap to render, very cheap to calculate. And you don't have to build geometry that way. Were we just in here? Yes, we just came from here. How do we... Oh, I see. Oh my goodness, I get you. I get you. I need to do this balancing act over the plank here. Oh, yes. Yes, that didn't work. So the way the joystick is mapped here is that I need to push down on the same joystick that I'm moving with, which is kind of, you know, pretty much the worst mapping you can think of. And if I do that and run and jump, I can probably jump a little bit further here. That's going to take a few attempts. Maybe this actually works without a run jump? No, of course not. It'll be a run jump on a plank, won't it? Because that's just the way we roll. Let's make it not challenging, but frustratingly impossible for the player. That's very important for us game developers, that you make sure the player is not actually having a good time all the time. That'd be terrible. Make sure he's getting frustrated every once in a while. And if we do it via joystick mapping, we don't really mind. We just need to make sure it happens somehow. Oh, is it? All right, look at that. This is why we like the viewers from Singapore, you know. With the knowledge of the world. Thank you so much for letting me know, Jeremy. That's good. For letting us all know, actually. That is good. Hiya, Casa! Man, maybe we'll just leave whatever's up there. Do we need it? Let's go to Balboa now. Well, I have a feeling we have to go there because I think that's probably going to have coordinates for Balboa at the very unreachable point. I could, you know, worst comes to worst, I can always do different mapping or use my hand at the joystick controls because I think, oh, it's joystick, sorry, at the keyboard controls. Yes! Did you see that? Oh my god, if I could cue applause, I would do it. Do you think that was the last one? No. This was just the interim thing that gets us to the thing. Thank you. I have a feeling we need to do this again, and now it's probably a run jump. So run jump is, yeah, let's try this, like run and jump. This is running, isn't it? Walking, running. Yeah, let's do that. Walking, running, jumping. Yes. No. Oh. This was just a warm-up. That is actually what writers call a plot device. You think you've just given somebody something that worked out really well, just to then take it away and you have to do it all again. It's not actually a plot device. What am I talking about? Brian, help me out here. What is it when you resolve a situation and the viewer is, oh my God, and the viewer is kind of happy about it, or the reader is kind of happy about it? You dangle a carrot that you think you're giving as a resolution, and then it turns out it's not actually the resolution. It's like now twice as difficult as you thought it was a moment ago. Being a bastard writer, I think that's that's what I was looking for. Yeah, so this is how we do it. We run, jump, and then go jump. Okay, so we walk, run, jump. It's like 3 button presses in very short succession on terrible mapping. That's how we need to do this thing. Oh! Oh! Maybe there's an elevator somewhere. That could be. I'm doing all this, of course, knowing that I don't actually have food with me to sustain me for all that long. This is the thing that got me the first time when I explored a thing like this. There comes a point where you go and run out of food because you don't have forever. There's a subtle timer at the back. Can you believe it? That's just bad. That is just bad. We may have to have another crack at this tomorrow, my friends. I don't think so, Jeremy, because it is. It's in this case, I don't think it's a red herring, because I think there's something at the top of that tower which I think we need, and without it, I think this is really, they want to make us go here. So it's one thing if this is an optional thing. Haha! Did you see that swiftly? And that. Oh my goodness! This is awesome. Save game. Have coffee, chillax, celebrate with friends. Watch the replay. Clip as highlight. That is something that I wish YouTube had, actually. The option for you guys to now say, hey, I like that. I'm going to clip that up as a highlight. Woohoo! As he goes and slips off here. That would be terrible. So I think the rest is easy. I think now that we've made it, I think the rest is just finding a way to climb some stairs. Hopefully find some food. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate that. We feel we're almost there. Yeah, look at that. The rest is just a bit of platforming up on these boxes here without slipping off, as we're too excited about this. Ah, yes, it's is it this? Yeah, okay. We can do this. This is a walk in the park compared to what we've just been through. Or is it? No, we have more of the same ahead of us. I haven't had any breakfast yet. This is crazy. Or just do what you did a minute ago and you'll be fine. Ha ha ha. Easy. Look at it go. Now we're taking candy from a baby here. Ooh, what is this? We've got blurry photos of stuff. People, question mark, indeed. Well, that is cool. Champion. We have something, people, question mark, with the number 4310. 10 in our pocket says we hack that into our receiver to get the next location. Like if this was, like if this was 2779 on the receiver, the next thing has got to be 4310. People, question mark. Utopia. And something washed out here. If only it was that easy. Save world. Good stuff. Thank you. Unstuck. Oh, good. What is that? Interesting. How do I get out of this menu? There we go. Crate. Gimme. Glass, metal ingot and hinge. And a blueprint for a headlight. Let's have a look at that. This is how you make a headlight. Useful when exploring dark places. That is really cool. Like now when it's dark, we would like a headlight. We just, point at things and it lights up and it's all good and stuff. This is good. I'm glad we made it to the top of the tower. We deserve ourselves some watermelon, don't you think? I certainly think so. Grow ourselves some more when we're back home. What have we here? Another note. Ah, yes. Oh, good stuff. Owl. Little owl picture. If you can understand what you are reading, this isn't the end. Well, then maybe this is for us. This is the message that we need to hear. It was pretty wicked, wasn't it? I totally agree, Beard Goblin. I'm so glad we made it. This is a good high note to end this whole day on. We gunned the engine as hard and as fast as we could, but I think it burned out. We barely made it to the radio tower. Owl said the boat's useless, but I can fix it. They're probably way ahead of us, but I think they are headed for Selene. Another location, perhaps? I just want to leave this someplace. Anyone might find it. We didn't cause this, but we damn well helped it along, and by God, we're going to try and fix this. We're going to get there, and we're going to shut down 12 and 24, and we're going to get Sparrow back, and then maybe I will ask her out, and she won't look at me like I'm crazy this time. Owl found my notepad, but I got it back. I need to hide it better next time. This marker makes it really hard to erase stuff. At least it's waterproof, I guess. But we will get her back. We have to. Says Cuckoo. Very cool, no worries. Thank you so much, Alexi. Welcome. I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll stream this every Saturday and Sunday. So if you're free, do join us. I am actually about to end it here. We will come back to this place because I'm running out of food. I think I'm running out of food. And no, actually, I've got some space. I'd like to have a quick look at the bottom level, underwater level that we haven't looked at yet. I think this is all that let's have one more look around. No, this is all we can look at. Can we jump up here? Up on the roof? And it looks like there's nothing up on the roof. If I'm seeing this correctly, there's nothing up on the roof. So, okay, good. Good stuff. Let's go all the way down. Maybe we don't have to go back here then tomorrow. My plan was to go downstairs, go back to our raft, offload everything to the raft, and then come back here and have a look underwater, because I think there's more stuff downstairs, but it looks like hunger is good enough that we can actually make that happen now. And then wrap it up, and then tomorrow we'll set off for Vasagatan, Balboa, whatever it was. I don't recall. So yeah, exactly, some underwater rooms. I thought so too. Oh, look at that, we have no more hook. Let's make hook, man. Let's make a hook. Do we have the ingredients for a good metal hook? If not, I'll just go back to my raft. I don't mind, really. We may have enough. Haha, we have enough. Ha ha ha! Good stuff. Yeah, look at that. Sand is always nice. Oh, that's clay. Yes, we'll explore the underwater mysteries here. And we'll see what else happens. Woo! Very good! A humble bundle was just purchased. This is great. Thank you so much. Saturday hooking, that's it. This could be... This is a stone. We don't really need that stone. Thank you so much to whoever purchased that humble bundle. I appreciate that. If that was for the Make Yourself an Artist Superhero bundle, I have that myself. It's a great, great bundle for anyone who wants to have a look at it. Type !humble in the chat and you will see a link to that bundle. This gets you PaintShop Pro, a good alternative to Photoshop, as well as Corel Painter and Corel CAD and tons of plugins for $30. It's a really, really good deal. And it's an outright purchase, so it's not a subscription thing. Very good deal. Humble have very, very cool deals on for games and all kinds of stuff. I recently bought Agent A for $1 for PC. That is a really cool game. If anyone's into puzzle games, Agent A is really nice. Yeah, I got that via Humble for $1. Don't think the deal is still on. There was Flame in the Flood, also a Humble deal, like less than $4. Very, very nice deal. So thank you. Some sand always comes in handy. We'll grab the sand. But there's also, if we go slightly further up here, there's these things. They're like underwater rooms literally for this platform. Usually we don't get to see that. Sadly, we've run out of our oxygen bottle. So we'll build another one when we're at home. I'll explore as much as I can and grab as many goodies as we can find. Oh yes, scrap that we could just pick up. Nicely done, without having to mine it. Scrap and scrap. Oh, crate! Oh yes! Vine-goo metal ingot and plank. Oh, let me just, you know, not die here because that is kind of happening right now. Ugh. Don't you die on me, sweetie! There, have some watermelon. That's exactly what you need. Alrighty, let's have another look at A1 here. Not sure if we've explored everything. Looks like we have. At least in this room. And this isn't even chapter 2 yet, so this is all still chapter 1, really. So we haven't looked at any of the chapter 2 locations. That's probably something we're going to do much later on. But yeah, this game is going to keep us. This game is going to keep us going here for a while. Do you know? I think that's it for me here. I think I'm good. I think I've plundered as much as I can. Let me just hope this is the correct direction back to my raft. I think it's kind of here. Yeah, there it is. Can barely see it, but this is it. Saturday hooking, that's exactly what we're doing. So I'll go back to my raft, we'll save it, we'll take stock tomorrow. We have a new location that we're going to sail to tomorrow called, brings up list, looks it up, Vasagatan, with that magic number 4310. That's going to be nice. Another direction to sail in. More stuff to build, of course. Very nice. And this afternoon I'm going to take some time and hopefully build that MVP project, and it'll have swimming things built in tomorrow. I'm going to show you this tomorrow, actually, at the beginning of the stream, perhaps, and see what it looks like. It's just adding the swimming mechanics because I've now learned how to do it, and my idea with the MVP project is to add other demo levels onto it. So as I learn more complex stuff about Unreal Engine, there's a kind of a time capsule there that implements what I've learned so that you can go and play it. So if I'm referencing something and you want to have a feel for what I'm talking about, or an article that I'm posting, or a video that I'm making, you think I'd like to have a little feel for what you're talking about, you can then, you know, have that. So there we go. That's my plan with the MVP project there, which is available for free from my Ko-fi store. So you can go and download that there. And currently it's version 1.0. I'll take some time and make it version 1.1. Added swimming mechanics. There. I say this is a great time to stop. I'll totally build my headlight tomorrow, perhaps. Go save the world. And I'll bid you adieu. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for staying here and hanging out with me. Everyone who's been watching on all the various platforms, it has been my pleasure to be with you. Let's share another coffee tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until such time, have a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.